Hi friends, sisters, misters, and everything in between. Welcome back to my channel. I was just feeling that intro today, you know, just wanted to switch it up for, I don't know what reason, it just happened. I have a lot to talk to you about today. I'm accompanied by a glass of, or a mug, this is what that is, of ginger tea. I'm drinking this today because it's good for the tummy. And last night I got a migraine so bad that I violently threw up after I got home from an open mic performance. I was doing a little poem reading, the poem that I'm premiering this weekend actually at Buffer Festival in Toronto. I read last night to a live audience. And yeah, if you live in Toronto, come to Buffer Festival, man. I'll leave the ticket link in the description so you guys can get some tickets to come to my screening. It's on Friday. I'm in the Empowerment and Acceptance screening with a bunch of other wonderful people. And it's just gonna be a good time. And then we can hug on the red carpet afterwards and it's gonna be great. And if you can't come to Buffer Festival on Friday to meet me or whatever, Finley and I are going to try, keyword try, if we have time to have a Toronto meetup, because I know some people, you know, they live in Toronto, but they can't come to the thing, they're working, they're doing stuff. I get it, you're in school, who knows what you're up to. Maybe you can't come, but if you could, I would love to see you there. Got on a real tangent there, but this tea is definitely helping with my tummy, and I'm happy about it. Okay, I'm looking at all the things I have to talk about today, and I'm like, whew, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. But let me just start off with the nearest and dearest category to my heart, the one we start off with every time. Bathroom goodies. I got 3 of those bad boys to talk to you about today. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting is fluctuating, going light, dark, light, dark. The sun is peeking behind a cloud and it's fluctuating. I have 2 essential oils to talk to you guys about today. The first is something that I definitely mispronounced on my Instagram story when I first got it and put it in a homemade body wash that's in my guest bathroom downstairs. Honestly, I should have asked the last guest, my friend Ariel, who stayed here, how she liked it. But anyways, ylang ylang. That's how you say this, or at least that's how you guys told me that it's supposed to be said. This is great. It's a very sweet scent, a nice aroma. Let me just get a whiff, describe this for you guys. Okay, if you guys have smelled this before, can somebody, anybody back me in saying that ylang ylang smells like public bathroom soap? And like, not in a bad way, it just reminds me of that, like school bathroom soap, airport bathroom soap, I don't know. I hope I'm not deterring you guys from checking this out because it's great. It's an aphrodisiac. That was a terrible wink. When diffused, it can help reduce worry, calm the mind, and help uplift the mood. It says, add to a carrier oil for a romantic massage. But really, this does help set the mood very well. And I love to diffuse it at night, throw in a little bit of this action with a little lavender, clary sage, maybe a little chamomile action, who knows? You know, it's all up to you with your diffuser, but definitely add this to your collection if you don't have it, because I saw a lot of people, you know, who diffuse talking about it, and I was like, okay, well, I obviously have to add that one into the mix, and I did, and I'm happy about it. The next is a nice fall scent that I've been getting into. I'm diffusing it right now, mixed with patchouli, cardamom, and something else. Who knows, but it's cedarwood. And this is really, yeah, it's a nice fall scent. And I want you guys to comment down below your go-to fall diffuser scents. I want my room to smell so good, just like apple cider, or like some nice firewood, or some nice chopped trees, maybe even grass. Heck, I'm into all of it this fall season. I'm wearing a fucking turtleneck right now. I mean, you guys probably saw this and you were like, really? Is it really cold enough to wear 2 layers where you live? The answer is yes, okay? First off, fall here happened so quickly. It just like dropped 10 degrees in temperature. It's 10 degrees cooler where I live than it is in Portland, about an hour away. And I'm up at the top of kind of like a mountain, a hill, you know? So it's very, very chilly up here, you know? So fall is upon us up here. I can see the leaves changing out my window. I'm freaking stoked about it. And I just want you guys to get some nice cedar wood. It smells exactly as the name is. I don't think I really need to describe it. I mean, it's just a nice earthy tone to add into your scent handbook. I don't even know where that phrase just came from or what I was even going for there, but check it out and comment down below your favorite fall scents to diffuse because I'm looking to add some to the mix, okay, baby? I don't know why I called you that. This next product is a topical pain relief kind of ointment, if you will. It doesn't come out oily, it comes out as more of like a paste or a lotion. This is coconut and hemp oil, and I was sent this by Uncle Bud's Industrial Hemp, and it just showed up at my door. I got this package and I was like, who sent this to me, you know? But thank you, Uncle Bud's. I don't know how you got my address. I really just, when things show up at my house that I did not order, I just assume that it went through my management company and then somehow made its way to me, and I was like, okay. But I tried this. This is pathetic, what I'm about to say. Oh my gosh, when my friend Ariel was visiting us this past week, we played Catan, I think 9 times in a row in one day, and we were just sitting in chairs at my table, and my back was hurting so bad, my neck was hurting so bad, and I had just gotten this package earlier that day, so I just rubbed it on my back, and it was a wonderful alleviator of my pain. It says on here, got pain? Yes, I have a lot of it. So this is great for just topical pain relief, you know, if you're looking for some coconut and hemp oil, and it smells so good. It's ridiculous. It definitely smells more coconutty than it does hempy, if you get my drift. Heck, I'm gonna put some on right now. I'm feeling a little pain in my back. Oh yeah, such a sweet scent. Okay, next thing. Well, I guess because I just mentioned it, I'm now going to get into talking about the game of the century, Settlers of Catan. If you've never played this game, please just hit up somebody who might have this board because it's a little expensive, and go over to their house and frickin' play it. It's great with 3 people. It's fun, heck, even with 2 people. You just gotta mix up the board a little bit and take some rules out of the equation to play 2-player. It's best with 4, because then you can have a trading party and it's just fun as heck. Yeah, you trade, you build, you settle, and the first 1 to 10 points wins, and it's exhilarating. Truly. Like I said, we played it just an uncanny amount when Ariel was in town, and literally every day we would just be like, so Catan? It's like, it's addictive. It is an addictive game, and I'm so happy to be such a Catan stan. But I guess now we've kind of gotten into the more miscellaneous category of these videos where everything is just popping up randomly. They don't really correlate together, but that's fine because I have a lot to talk about today. And one of those things is today's sponsor, Betterhelp. I love them so dearly, and I was actually recently talking about them in a vlog, and I just really want to prioritize mental health more on my channel as well as just in my daily life, you know? I'm trying to do that for myself, so might as well just talk about it for you guys too. But if you don't know who Betterhelp is, they are a private online counseling service. They're wonderful. I talked to a therapist named Susan. She's really been helping me out over these past few days and weeks, truly. I've been using the service since June, and it's just been on the ups recently. Just getting to know my therapist more, forming more of a relationship with her. We do the chatting, but you can do, so it's online counseling, like I said, you can do like video chatting, you can do phone calls, any of that kind of stuff. And it's cheaper than in-person counseling. It's about $35 to $65 a week, depending on what you're into, what you want, or what you need for your soul, for your mind, and everything. And signing up at betterhelp.com/Meghan Hughes gives you access to fully licensed, trained counselors, therapists. They have couples counseling. They have just, you know, what you need for yourself kind of counseling. You can choose LGBTQ plus friendly counselors, well, they all are, and then non-religious or religious, whatever your beliefs are. So you can find a compatible therapist for you, and if you don't mesh with them, you can move right on, find someone else that you do mesh with. And I feel like that's a lot more uncomfortable to do in an in-person therapy situation because you have to drive there and find the place, and it alleviates the worry of traveling and then not being compatible with that person, which is just something that I freaking love. It's just, you have the luxury of getting therapy from your own home, the privacy of your own home, where we all feel most comfortable, I assume. Also, a big perk is they have financial aid available for you to apply for if you don't really have the money to be seeking therapy right now, but also you need to talk to somebody about what's going on in your life. So that's definitely a huge perk. Great for college students, great for if you're needing to finance mental health into your life in some ways. But yeah, like I said, if you need to talk to somebody, then all you need to do is go to betterhelp.com/Meghan Hughes, and you can fill out a little questionnaire on there, answer some questions about your current mental state, and then they'll pair you up with somebody and you can get to talking. okay? So that link will be in the down bar. Thank you, Betterhelp, for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys. All right, my next handheld item to show you guys today is a freaking candle. And I have not bought or been burning candles. I've just had none of them in my house for probably about a year now, honestly. I burned up my last ones and then I just never went back to purchasing them. Probably because I don't live in a walking distance of a Bath & Body Works anymore. Get those tempting sales in there. But I found this at Joann. Joann is a death trap for me, truly. I go in there and I'm just like, oh my God, there's so many smells, so many crafts, so many things I can get for sewing and for decorating my home. And then I just break down and then I get all of the things. And so the other day, I was in there while they were having a huge fall blowout sale and I got a bunch of like sunflower things, which I'm not regretful about that in any way, shape or form. And neither am I about this candle that I found for $8. Like, yes, honey, apple cider. This is really setting my fall mood, okay? So I'm gonna light this and set the mood back there for you guys too. I actually had this lit in my last video to literally set the mood because we were talking about sex. It just gets me going, man. Oh yeah, a little sneaky peek to get the party going. You guys watch Grease? Favorite movie. Do you like my corgi socks? It's a look today from dear old Meg, truly. I feel like your dad or something. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? How are you, kiddo? Okay, and my last miscellaneous item I have to talk about today was a gift from my dearest Finley. He went to Telluride, Colorado for a fun guy festival, like all about mushrooms and mycology and all that kind of stuff. He had a blast, but while he was in Telluride, he found this for me, which is like a strap that you can put your water bottle in. And if you know me, I mean, I had a last I love this stuff about my passionate obsession with my hydro flask. I have some new Rick and Morty feeling it stickers on here from @LittleTalkingTree on Instagram. Love her work, definitely go and follow her. Complete tangent, but this slips right in here. I carry my damn hydro flask with me everywhere I go, and sometimes, I mean, it's a 40-ounce water bottle. It can get a little heavy, and you're not always trying to carry it in your fingers on hikes. So this bad boy, it's just amazing. We love a good strappy holder for Miss Hydro. So I just wanted to talk about that because I'm absolutely obsessed with it and have been bringing it on long walks just to hold my beverage, keep hydrated. This is from Crossbow Leather and they also have an online store. And I found that out because when I showed my sister, she was like, I need it. I need to go and check out that brand. And she found out they have an online shop. So I'll link it down below. All right, now I'm gonna get into kitchen goodies. Yes, I have a gourd, a girthy gourd to talk about today. This is a beautiful butternut squash gifted to me from my neighbor, Olya. And she just had way too many, apparently, that she grew this year. And my butternut squash grew to be about this size and it never grew bigger. And so her gifting this to me, I was like, yeah, redemption for something that I didn't grow, but I get to reap the benefits of what she sowed. That was a great play on words there. But when my mom was in town, / when my whole family was in town, we had like a big Hughes giving because we don't really gather for Thanksgiving anymore. We're all just in separate places over the country and yada yada. We had a big feast and my mom sliced some squashes and then poured like butter and maple syrup over them. And then we just like, you know, scooped it out with our spoons and forks and it was so good. So I'm making this for dinner tonight, but I wanted to talk about what great things these vegetables are. I mean, seriously, a good squash, you need this for fall. Just go to the grocery store, pick you up some squash, maybe a little pumpkin, you know, not even for just decorating your home. It's a great table piece, but it's also great for just eating. And my pigs, oh boy, did they love the shells of what we did not eat. I didn't know that you're not supposed to eat the whole outer rim of the squash until, well, I embarrassed myself and my family said, you're not supposed to eat it like that. And I said, shit, okay. Anyways, go pick you up a squash. Great veggies. And on top of this tea I've been drinking throughout this video, I've been drinking a lot more tea just as of recent. For some reason, maybe it's it's probably the cooler weather. I'm getting in the mood for a nice hot cup of tea. And so I have a favorite tea to show you today. It's impeccable. I have a lot to say. Vanilla chai from Bigelow. Chai tea. See, I had a box of chai tea in my cabinet, but for some reason it was decaffeinated. I was like, what in the who bought this? You know, it probably was just added to the tea cabinet when Finley and I meshed all of our belongings together when we moved in together. But I wanted to get this one because, well, it has caffeine, so it can wake you right up in the morning or middle of the day whenever you need a little boost. But it's also, yeah, it's vanilla chai flavored, so you get that little oomph, that little sweet taste of vanilla, wonderful aroma from Bigelow. You can get it at your local grocery store probably, or like on Amazon or something. I don't freaking know, but I'll find it somewhere and link it down below for you. Great fall tea. Chai is just like the big mood for me for fall. It's just so aromatic, and just a cup of chai is just like a warm hug, you know? I just love it so much more than coffee lately. And I was obsessed with coffee as of these past few weeks, but I completely just cut back on it and then started getting into tea instead. And decaffeinated or caffeinated tea is great. And then my last handheld thing that I have to show you before I start talking about music and all those things is this little thing. So it looks like a little tie around your waist apron, right? The back of it, I fell in love with this pattern. You know, I have an obsession for sunflowers. It could be a problem, but I don't see it as that, okay? This apparently is an egg collector. So you would go out to your little chickens in the morning and collect their eggs in these little pouches. But I've been using it for harvesting tomatoes and smaller peppers and just little things in my garden. I got this from, I wish I could like link the seller or something, but I got this at a local place around here. I went to an apple festival the other day and there was just a little tent selling these little aprons and I was like, shit, I need one. So I got one. And I'm so obsessed with it. An egg collector apron, like, okay, now I need chickens. We want chickens, but now I need them just so I can collect their eggs in that freaking cute thing. And so I can love them and cherish them as chickens in general. Good girls, they're gonna be. Oh, I'm so excited to get more farm animals. Okay, now let's talk about music, baby. Brockhampton. They have a new album, it's called Iridescence, out, and I have a couple of faves off of it. I've only listened to it through twice, I wanna say, but yes, I do have some favorites. I like New Orleans, I like Thug Life, I like Wait, I like Honey, San Marcos, Tanya, and I think that's it. Because there was a couple in here that I wasn't like too fond of, just because I don't love an overly auto-tuned project, you know? And I feel like this one is a lot more auto-tuned than their last projects. Not saying that it's not good. There's definitely some frickin' bops on this record, okay? So definitely go and check out Iridescence from the old Brockhampton boys. Great stuff. Also have been very into Room 25 from No Name. I had really truly fallen in love with her last project, Telephone, so I was so stoked for this to come out. I don't love it as much as I love Telephone, if I'm being completely honest with you, but I do have a couple of faves off of it. So I love Self, which is the first one. I also love Don't Forget About Me. I also love With You, and the last track, which is No Name. And there's a bunch of random features throughout this, like Raven Lene is on this, Smino's on this, Saba's on this. She has a lot of features. And it's really cool now that I'm looking at it. Very intricate album art on there as well. Also, Tosh Sultana, her new album Flow State. Brothers. I talked about this on my podcast, but I've been listening to this so much since it's come out, and I'm just freaking obsessed with it. My fave songs are Big Smoke, Cigarettes, Murder to the Mind, Salvation, Pink Mood, Mellow Marmalade, Harvest Love, Mystic, Free Mind. I mean, I love every single one, basically. There's a couple that I like less than others, but pretty much the entire record is just full of hits, man. It's incredible, truly, what she's done and what she is and encompasses. Her musical talent blows me the frig away. She can just play instruments so well and harmonize, and just, she kills it, man. Also, Bloom by Troye Sivan. Would I be a YouTuber if I did not support that old YouTuber turned pop star? I mean, truly, he's an icon. Frickin' just having songs with Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift bringing him up on stage. It's like, it blows my mind how popular he's gotten. My favorite song in general off of this project is Lucky Strike. I also love What a Heavenly Way to Die. I also love Dance to This. The Good Side is like one of my faves. That was my fave single before this project came out. Great album. Great, great, great. And then, of course, I've been listening to a shit ton of Mac Miller in the past weeks since I found out about his passing. I have a whole entire Souls at Sundown episode that I just dedicated to him called Remembering Mac Miller. It's episode 49, so you guys, I'll link that down below if you guys want to go and check it out. But I played a lot of just my general favorite songs from him, and I'm gonna name a couple of those now. Remember, which is a great tune that he wrote about remembering somebody that passed away in his life, and it's crazy to listen to thinking that he's gone. Thoughts from a Balcony, Travelin' Man 09, Grand Finale, The Scoop on Heaven. The Scoop on Heaven is a really good one to listen to if you're like still thinking about his death and getting fricked up by it like I am. I've been watching so much of him, like old interviews and old videos that he was in on here. In his Fader documentary called Stopped Making Excuses, I rewatched last night, and oh my God, he said in that, which really freaked me up. He was one of my favorite artists of all time and still will like always stand as that. Let me know also while we're on this topic if you want me to like make a whole video dedicated to Mac, because I'll be super down to do that. I just made the podcast instead in the meantime. But I really loved my friend Sarah Vasca on here's video, remembering him and playing and jamming to some of his tunes. That was a good vid. But in that Fader documentary, it was crazy to hear him say this. He said, overdosing is just not cool. There's no legendary romance. You don't go down in history because you overdosed. You just die. And I heard him say that, and I was just like, I was talking about this in the podcast too. This is why I just think it was an accident. Like, I don't think he was trying to kill himself by doing whatever he did. But then again, I wasn't there. But I don't know. As you can tell, I have been very freaked up by this news, like I said. So I've been talking to my therapist about it on Betterhelp. And if you guys have things to talk about or you're grieving or whatever, use my link in the description and sign up for Betterhelp, because it's really been helping me in many ways, even aside from Mac's death, like just really helping. So yeah, definitely go and check them out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. That is the end of this video. Oh wait, no, crap. I have been watching on Netflix Iliza Shlesinger. I believe that's how you say her last name. I watched her stand-up show called Elder Millennial, and I was hooked from that point on. And I just think she's so funny. Definitely go and watch Elder Millennial if you just want to like get into her, because she's such an interesting combo of like women empowerment and like a feminist icon while also being a comedian and being really fucking funny. She does like empowering speeches while making jokes, and it's just like, God, she's great. So I've been loving her and wanted to recommend watching her as well, because I was doing what I've been listening to. What I've been watching is Iliza, lots of her. So yeah, definitely go and check her out. And on that note, that's the end of this very long video. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Ring the notifications bell if you want to be notified when I upload. And until that next upload, stay smiling. Bye guys. Also, speaking of other uploads, I'll be having a lot of them on this channel within the next like week. So stay tuned for those, baby.